Good afternoon and welcome here to the gorgeous rolling hills of Casabermeja. We are so pleased to welcome you here to this Tercera Andalucia Senior Malaga Region clash with featuring our FCMC under-23 side against CD Casabermeja. And as we watch the referees get soaked with the sprinkler, we will bring you the team news just as soon as we have it. I think the producer now is next to us, so we will flash that team news up right away. She presses the correct button, and like magic, hopefully, there it goes. In goal today, the starting lineup for head coach Rafa Montenegro's side. Number 13, Alex Medina in between the sticks with number 2, Kyle Jakes. At right back, flanked by Ricardo Bustamante on the left-hand side. The center back partnership of Nico Souza and Adrian Mumo plays their first game together so far this season. In the midfield, we have the number 6, Igor Quiantes, with Nick Page and Christopher Borden on the front. The front three consisting of the right wing, Emmanuel Navarra, up top, Torben Francis, and number 25, of course, Mario Abu-Mitri. So with the substitutions on the bench, a full bench today with a keeper as well. So we've got the full 18 ready for selection tonight. And without much further ado, looks like Abu-Mitri is heading over the ball, and we are about to get underway here in what has to be described as the most gorgeous place I have genuinely ever seen in Spain. So with the full contingent of FCMC players back in action here, everyone has come back from their country, of course, from Christmas break. The late ones, people have gotten their registrations finally sorted, such as left back Ricardo Bustamante, who I believe this is one of his first league games so far of the season. Had loads of registration issues early in the year, but he's now fit and ready to play. So it looks like Abu-Mitri will be lining up centrally. There you can see him in shot, and striker Torben Francis will be playing in that left wing position today. So the only delay now is the sprinkler system, which is still going, watering the artificial pitch, as you see Kyle Jakes run away from it and hide in the safe confines of the bench. So we do have a surprise guest, but not so much surprise anymore, someone who will become more and more commonly seen. Now, assisting head coach Rafa Montenegro will be none other than the famous or infamous, depending on how you want to look at it, Victor Franco. So we have Victor now on the bench. We're delighted to have him with us here in the FCMC setup. Of course, Victor, really, really big in the office. But before I can sing the praises of Victor, Abu-Mitri gets us underway. Page goes long, and here we go. There is number 22, Page, in the middle. Emmanuel Navarra, flicked header looking for Abu-Mitri. Instead finds the feet of Francis. Referee signals for a high boot. And an early free kick chance here for FCMC. Looking to start off on the right foot. Few more comments rolling in. Come on, Navarra, Malaga all the way. Navarra all the way. We got you from Zimbabwe. So let me get the name for that. It's Timothy. Ooh, that is a low-res monitor and a very confusing name. So Timothy, great to have you on here with us, supporting Emmanuel all the way from Zimbabwe. Emmanuel starting on the right wing. Let's see if he can use his pace to get involved today. Here's that free kick from Igor now, looking for the head of Nico. But the flag goes up on the far side into the waiting arms of the keeper, and we now have Stanley Navarra in the stream with it, and Claudia Perez, Animo Malaga, Stanley Navarra, Emmanuel. And we have Claudia Perez as well, desde Chihuahua, looks like Mexico. Vamos, Ale. So Ale en goal, claro. Mirando de Mexico, los padres de Alex Medina en la portería, así que ojalá todo pasó bien para Ale esta noche y durante este partido. Es un muy buen portero y pienso que es su primer partido para nuestro club y ojalá todo fue bien para él. Así que muchas gracias por todo el apoyo de México y vamos. Long ball cleared up pitch by Nico, looking for the head of Mario Abu-Mitri. His flicked header for Francis just can't get on the end of it. Igor looks to bring it down for Page, but the pass is left too short. Good recovery there by Igor, but referee signals for a foul. As comments keep rolling in, Claudia Perez, vamos Ricky, supporting Ricardo Bustamante as well. I believe Alex and Ricky were teammates at IMG Academy down in Bradenton, Florida, before pairing up again at FC Malaga City here in Spain. TJ, Kyle Jakes family watching from Canada. Great to have you on board with us. Lynn Tarani, of course, Canadian as well. Let's go Malaga and Ali Tarani. And we have another Navarra on the stream. Go Emmanuel. So loads of support coming from Zimbabwe for Emmanuel Navarra. Loads of support coming for all the boys today. We hope to have a great match here as FCMC have a throw-in. Igor, back to Bustamante. Igor again keeps possession through Adrian Mumo. Switch play into the feet of Nico Souza. Nick Page now. Left-footed ball into the feet of Igor. Igor looks to drive forward, chooses the simple option, goes back to Page. Page to Sousa. Sousa drives forward, looks to pass infield to Francis. Francis seems to be pushed in the back. Referee agrees. Free kick for Malaga. Page stands over the free kick now, looking to create the first chance of the match here for FCMC. Abumitri currently unmarked, but Page doesn't spot him right away, as Casabermeja get a few defenders back. There is that left-footed ball from Page, looking for the head of Igor. Brought down by Abumitri. Can Igor get on the end of it? He can't. And number 3 goes down behind the play, whistles for a foul on Mario Abumitri, and a free kick for Casabermeja. Let's have another look at that foul. So there's a long ball from Page. Abumitri almost looked like he was surprised that it came to him, and then Igor seems to just take a bit of a nip at the ankles of number 3. Referee signals for a foul. Not too many complaints coming from the players as we get back underway. So Lynn Tarani has corrected me, watching from Southern California, so much nicer, I can imagine, than the snowy Canada right now would be Southern California. So Lynn, great to have you on from there. We see Abumitri trying to get in behind here, but the keeper's quickly off his line to claim. And we have Peter Mumo. Let's go FCMC, go Adrian. So I believe Adrian is from Kenya, if my memory serves me correctly. So that could be some support from Kenya there for Adrian Mumo as we enter these early stages of the match. Ball on the right-hand side now, infield. Recollected by Page. Can Igor get on the end of it? Just lacking a bit of pace there as Casabermeja looks to play out. Ball switched wide to the left back. Long ball forward, cut out well by Kyle Jakes. Navarra backtracking, does well to win it. 50-50 in the air, headed clear by Nico Souza. Attempted switch of plays, intercepted by Chris Borden, who looks to break forward. Really good pace there shown from Chris, but the through ball is cut out. Now Casabermeja go long. Lovely little step up from the number 7. Could be in behind here. Trouble for FCMC. Medina in the goal. Good save. Trails the knee, drops it down. Stops a 1-versus-1 attempt. So fast and furious football here in Casabermeja as chances galore on either side. Big save there from Alex Medina as we're back underway through Souza. Mumo. Now Bustamante. Bustamante goes safe all the way back to Medina. Into the feet of Page. Page plays that long, searching ball for Kyle Jakes on the right-hand side. He gets underneath it, does well, beats a defender. Can he deliver a ball into the box? Some fancy footwork results in a clearance from Casabermeja. Good pressure there from Page. No foul, signal for by the referee. Abumitri has a chance to get him behind here. Ball back to the keeper, forced to clear under pressure, only as far as the head of Souza, as Jakes recollects with the loose ball. Medina now, under a bit of pressure, has to make the right play. Does well, chooses to go to the feet of Mumo. Adrian to Bustamante. Ricardo now, under a bit of pressure, does well just to shift the ball away from the on-rushing attacker. Bustamante still on the ball. Out for a Casabermeja throw-in. More comments rolling in. We have a fan of Casabermeja. Tenemos un fanático de Casabermeja. Juanqui Vic. Vamos Casa dice. Vale. Ojalá el partido muy bien, pero muchas gracias por todo el apoyo de los dos equipos, FC Malaga City y Casabermeja. Who else have we got? Stanley Navarra. Great save, Malaga. Yes, indeed. Peter Mumo confirming my suspicions that Adrian is indeed from Kenya. So the commentators getting one or two things right early today in the match. Pablo, hola con Casabermeja. Pablo, hola, buenas. Estamos muy feliz que estás aquí con nosotros hoy. And we have Timothy as well. Good save, Malaga. Keeper, keep on keeping on. Yes, indeed. So an energetic start here in the mountains of Spain. Sees Chris Borden on the ball. His touch just escapes his grasp, but he continues to press as Page recollects in the midfield. Igor now. Looking for Navarra over the top. Can he sort his touch? He's in. Navarra's in behind here. Francis in the middle. Can he find him? The shot. Oh, the shot from Francis just misconnected it and into the waiting arms of the keeper. Wow, huge chance there for FCMC. Let's have another look. So good ball from Page into Navarra. Did brilliantly with that touch off his head. Squared it to the middle. Oh, but look, the defender got it touched before it could reach the feet of Francis. So not so much of a poor attacking play. An incredibly good defensive play there just to throw off the onrushing Francis. Casabermeja now. Good sliding clearance by Kyle Jakes as the net, by the very last fibers of its being, prevent the ball from being sent down into the valley below. More comments rolling in. Miguel A. Sanz, vamos casa. Un otro fanático de Casabermeja. Estamos muy contentos, muy feliz que estás aquí con nosotros. Y gracias para mirando, gracias para tus comentarios. Estamos muy felices que estás aquí con nosotros. Brought down by Medina, played out through Sousa. Kyle Jakes looks long for the head of Abumitri. Oof, good, strong header there from the right back from Casabermeja, but it's come at the expense of one of his own players who is down. Good news for the Casabermeja defender. Seems to be back up on his feet. Took a big hit there from his own player. Abumitri had found his way in between the two. And a big towering header from the right back. Managed to clear out both players involved. But he seems up back on his feet. Referee gets us back underway. Casabermeja looking to possess in their own half right now. The ball infield, intercepted by a combination of Page and Borden. Borden down the left-hand side now. Let's see if he can find a cross. Borden does well, buried in the corner, and looks like to have won a, believe it will be a corner with numbers going forward. So we'll head over to the monitor now. It will be a corner. Borden to take, it looks like, as numbers get forward into the box. So it will be Borden over the ball. As you can see, through the fence, through the fans. Borden swings it in. The header just over the head of Mumo. The shot from Francis. It's chaos in the box. Ultimately finds his way back out to Borden. Can he deliver on the second time? He does. There's a header from Mumo. Oh, just wide of the goal. Just mistimed that header there. Just glanced off the right side of the head and went wide of the far post. Let's have another look at that. So there's the initial corner from Borden, just over the head of Adrian. So they seem to be targeting him. Francis doesn't get clean contact on the follow-up attempt. Found its way back to the feet of Borden, who's in swinging cross. Just mistimed there by Mumo and out for a goal kick. Long ball beats the head of Igor. Casabermeja looks to counter here. Ball down the left-hand side. Work for Jakes. Jakes isolated 1 versus 1. Has to stand tall. Dives in. Good turn of pace by Casabermeja to the edge of the area. The strike. Ooh. Adrian Mumo put him just under enough pressure to make sure that strike went askew as the ball has cleared the stadium. We'll have another look. So really good attacking play from the winger there. Cut inside to the number 10, but Mumo did just enough to get there. I have a feeling if the number 10 takes a touch there, he may have a much cleaner shot. But nevertheless, a let-off there for FCMC as the second chance of the day goes begging for Casabermeja. Here's Mumo on the ball now. Looks to find the pass of Borden. Really good ball in between two attackers, but Bustamante loses out. Down the right-hand side, ball is out for an FCMC throw-in. Some more comments coming in. A lot of support for Navarra. Dr. Dexter back on the stream with us. Wow, good play, Navarra. Good run, Navarra. Good ball in as well. Absolutely. Stanley Navarra. Good going, Navarra. Loads of support coming for the FCMC under-23 right winger, Zimbabwean Emmanuel Navarra tonight. We'd love to see him get on the score sheet and hopefully use his pace to create more opportunities. Clearance from the Casabermeja keeper. Ultimately finds its way to the feet of Igor. His pass intercepted by the number 14. Cuts back inside. Will look to play over the head of Bustamante to the number 3. Medina quickly off his line and recollects. Gets us going underway quickly through Bustamante. Bustamante, lovely little roll over there. And referee pulls it back for a foul. Looked to have gotten kicked in the shin on his attacking attempt. So foul on Ricardo Bustamante there. Lovely little bit of skill shown. Now it will be a free kick for FCMC. If he wants, he can go quickly to Mumo and chooses to do so. Adrian on the ball. Back to Medina. So the referee has not signaled for a free kick, it looks like. It will be a free kick. Yes, it will be. So referee, a bit of confusion there. But Mumo gets us back underway through Nico Souza. Jake's on the far side. Into the feet of Igor. Igor, nice little turn into the feet of Souza. Mumo now. Bustamante infield to the Brazilian. Igor turns, keeps possession through Souza. So really good interplay here from FCMC, just poking and prodding that defensive line of Casabermeja. Jakes back to Souza. Good possession now for FCMC, just keeping the ball moving about the Casabermeja defense, looking to find those openings. Souza looks to exploit one, goes long looking for Borden. Good interception there, timely we'll say. Attempted clearance, defended well by Bustamante. Into the feet of the midfielder, Igor defending. Pass along the line, shielded by the fence. Good turnout from the Casabermeja player into the feet of the midfield. Lovely little 1-2 in behind Mumo. Medina has to be quick off his line, does really well, but now he's exposed from goal. The number 10 goes for it, and the shot is skewed wide. But half a chance there for Casabermeja with Medina being so far off his line. Very good play there, but his ball went back into the midfield, and the strike from range from number 10 would have been a wonder goal, but fortunately for FCMC, seems to have been deflected wide, actually, so Casabermeja will have a corner here. So it looks like zonal marking here for FCMC. Abumitri has lost to number 3. Oof, dangerous run there from the number 14, but it's ultimately cleared. Flicked further clear by Torben Francis and then followed up by Mario Abumitri. Bustamante manages to get on the end of it as the ball is skewed out for an FCMC under 23 throw-in. Bustamante into the feet of Igor. Igor switches the play to Souza. Jakes now. Into the feet of Navarra. Adrian Mumo back to Igor. So Casabermeja do seem content to allow FCMC to possess around their back 3, but seem to be using that midfield line as their line of confrontation. Igor looks to go long, instead chooses to go to Mumo. Mario Abumitri checking in field, trying to get on the ball. Possession maintained through Bustamante and then through Igor. Switch of play. Very disciplined line here by Casabermeja. You can almost see the 5-4-2 or the 5-4-1 formation as that long ball is forced out of bounds and will be a Casabermeja throw. From you, more comments, Claudia Perez. Vamos Malaga. Yes, indeed, Claudia. Watching from Mexico. And Bruce Borden. Watching from San Diego, California. Son Christopher, number 18. Chris Borden starting at left wing today. From San Diego, California. He's been playing well so far. A few good crosses, good corner kicks. So hopefully Chris can get a bit more involved. And hopefully we see him on the score sheet today. Throw in for Casabermeja on the near side. Looks over the top towards Mumo. Adrian does well. Number 7 tries to turn cleverly. Cut out by Bustamante, but concedes a corner. So another chance here for Casabermeja to load the box. They were dangerous from the first corner. There was a bit of a lack of marking, so let's see if they choose to capitalize on it this time. So all but 3 in the box here for FCMC. Casabermeja goes short. Caught FCMC a bit unaware. Number 7 shoots from range. Held simply by Medina. No real numbers for FCMC to counterattack, so he'll decide to keep the ball in his hands and just reorganize. Medina to Souza. Francis making a run up ahead. Jakes chooses to keep possession through Mumo. Borden in field, but the pass is away from him. Recollected by Casabermeja. Long ball over the top. Sees Mumo isolated, but does well to win the ball off the foot of number 3. Lovely two-touch play there from Igor and Borden. Borden looks to play Francis in behind. Possible hint of an offsides, but play continues. Francis now breaks down the left-hand side. Seems to have been tripped. Referee agrees. Free kick for FCMC in an incredibly dangerous position there. Let's have another look. So great ball from Chris Borden there after a lovely 1-2 with Igor. Francis finds himself isolated. Nice little step over. Takes the ball down to the left. Pretty clear foul there, but looks like it could have been in the area. But the referee says free kick. No, referee signaled for a penalty, so it was in the area. So didn't initially point to the spot, just pointed for a free kick, I believe, so has fooled everyone here, but FCMC now have a chance to lead from the spot with Torben Francis over the ball. Wow, so incredible turn of events there. Referee did not initially signal for a penalty, but is given one now, and number 16, Torben Francis, finds himself to pick himself up, dust himself off, and put the penalty away that he just drew. So with so many lines on the pitch, the commentator got a bit confused there. But nevertheless, Francis up, over it, looks determined. Let's see how he does. The strike, oh wow, you don't save then. Torben Francis into the top left corner of the goal, and it's 1-0 Malaga here in the 19th minute. Goal for Torben Francis. Let's have another look at the penalty. Steps up confidently and dispatches it into the top corner. Absolutely no keeper in the world is going to save that. Timothy says, get them, boys. Yes, indeed. So there's the goal from Torben Francis. The breakthrough has been had here in the 19th minute. So drew the penalty, picked himself up, dusted himself off, and put it away beyond a shadow of a doubt. And it is 1-0 here in Casabermeja. Dream start for Rafa Montenegro side as the boys find themselves with an early first half lead. Timothy, oh yeah, it's a goal. Yes, it is Timothy Stanley, goal. Dr. Dexter, goal. So Emmanuel Navarra doing well on the far side so far. Of course, those are just the names I associate now, as FCMC this time have a free kick outside the box. So on the near side, Igor over it quickly. Let's have another look. There's a shot that you see now of Mario Abumitri walking in. Igor seems to be over the free kick, so the Brazilian will look to swing in with his right foot here. Could be a bit of a dangerous ball, especially from this distance. A smaller pitch as well has to be said. There's not too much space between the line and the corner flag, so a smaller pitch here. So this could be a shooting opportunity. Let's see what Igor decides. Instead, he plays it low to the near post. There's two queuing up, but it just misses the outstretched toe of not only Souza, but goal scorer Francis as Casabermeja look to counter. Jakes with some defensive work to do, does brilliantly, but it's recollected in the midfield by Casabermeja, fought for by Igor. As Casabermeja possessed through the far side. Abumitri very happy to throw his weight about there. Good pressure from Francis, forces Casabermeja to go long. Good header there from Mumo. Does even better at the second attempt as the ball finds its way to the feet of Igor. Now Borden, back to Igor. Oh, those two combining well. The second time so far we've seen that today. Sliding tackle from Borden, puts the ball into the air. Flicked header by Igor, cleared by Casabermeja. Touched by Jakes into the midfield. Number 14 does well to spin away from the on-rushing Igor. Cleared out for a Casabermeja throw-in. More comments rolling in. Claudia Perez with a goal shout. Stanley Navarra, good going. Malaga and Lintarani, woohoo. Malaga has to be said a dream start so far for this FCMC under-23 side. As Page looks to clear long, but the referee has whistled for a foul against Igor. Believe this will be a Casabermeja free kick. Let's have another look. So the number 4 team seemed to have got caught on the ball there. It doesn't look like Igor did too much wrong, but the referee has actually blown for a free kick for Casabermeja. So it looks like the Casabermeja players seem to almost trip over the ball, but alarm bells ringing now for FCMC. Does Casabermeja have a free kick about 30 yards from goal? Three-man wall for Medina, it looks like. Jakes, Francis, and Igor himself. The marks are organized with Adrian Mumo free. If I know Spanish footballers, which I like to think I do after being here for a year, I have a feeling this is going to be a shot. Attacking player lined up over it with intent. Let's see what he chooses to do. He does go for goal as it flies quite harmlessly over the head of Medina and over the frame of the goal for a goal kick. The producer has signaled to me it is not even worth a replay. So that shows you what she's thought of that free kick, and I think everyone else in the stadium has thought just the same. Back underway quickly through Souza. Medina and Souza play catch. Page in space in the middle, chooses Jakes on the wing. Jakes looks long here. think he was trying to find boredom, but the ball underhit. Brought down well by Abumitri. Has Navarra on the far side. Chooses to use him. The two players with the pink boots connecting well. Navarra looks to cut inside, but wins the ball back incredibly well. Now finds Jakes. Numbers in the box if Jakes can deliver. Does well to take on two and wins aside a throw. Good work there by English-Canadian right back Kyle Jakes. Just drove down the line confidently there and managed to win aside a positive result in the attacking half. Long throw now from Jocks, as I've been told. Flicked header from Abumitri into the hands of the keeper. Keeper gets us going quickly, but Bustamante quickly closes, and Igor manages to recollect in the midfield. Great high press there from left back Ricardo Bustamante, forcing the mistake from the Casabermeja player. Mumo on the near side. Looks to go short to Bustamante. Does well towing the touchline to keep it in. Big switch is on from Page. Skips Abumitri, goes all the way to Navarra. Brings it down well. Numbers in the box if Navarra can find the cross. Isolated 1 versus 1. Let's see how creative the winger can get. Back to the feet of Jocks, who is taken down off the ball. Free kick for Malaga here. Let's have another look at that foul if we've got the replay queued up. We do. How lucky are we? Oh, late lunge there on Jocks. Seems to be down, but he's bounced back up relatively quickly. He's a tough guy. Watches a lot of Canadians hockey. He's up and ready to get back underway. And Page this time, it looks like, will be over the free kick. Possibly an in-swinging left-footed ball coming. Page over it. Two-man wall for Casabermeja. Even though the ball is right next to the touchline, it's only about 20 yards, 25 yards from goal here. So if Page is incredibly ambitious, he may go for it. But I have a feeling the wiser option here is to look for the head of Abumitri. Unmarked at the back post. The ball swung in. Flicked header by Souza. Referee is signaled for a stoppage in play. And it will be a booking for Adrian Mumo, it looks like, for possibly an off-the-ball incident. I'm not sure if we've got a replay of that. But let's have a look at what happened, because it evaded our glance from up here. But let's keep our eye on Adrian Mumo here, the center back. Let's see what happens. So the ball was swung in. Seemed to have caught someone with maybe a high elbow. It looks like the referee was gesticulating. The Casabermeja player did have a hand to his face. So nevertheless, Adrian goes into the book. And we are back underway with a Casabermeja free kick. There's confirmation of that yellow card as Bustamante clears the free kick with his header. Long throw from Casabermeja over the head of Mumo. Work to do for Souza. Does really well to get a toe in there. Clear out for a Casabermeja corner. So the second time we've seen a long throw in so far today, something that the FCMC side will have to be aware of in the coming chances from there. So that one went over the head of Mumo, and Souza had to do really well defensively to clear. The resulting corner swung in. Trouble there for Medina. Punches only into the back of Jakes, but recollects at the second attempt. Takes it to the ground. So nervy moments in the back for FCMC. Let's have another look at it. So the in-swing ball, always difficult on a small pitch like this. Punched into the ground and the back of Jocks by Medina, but gets away with it and gathers it the second attempt. Souza goes long. Ball finds its way to the feet of Page in the midfield. Page cuts back to the feet of Mumo. Souza now risky one-touch pass all the way across the box. Leaves Bustamante with a load of work to do. But unfortunately for him, just can't get that touch sorted out for the Casabermeja throw. Risky play there from Nico Souza. Good idea, the right pass to play, but unfortunately the technique and just wasn't there as FCMC are forced to defend again. Like we said with the long throws, this is essentially another corner. As you can see the player there stretching. Long one. Wow, what a throw, and that is flicked clear by a combination of Page and Souza. Bustamante looks to carry out. Back to the number 3. Low and hard into the box. Cleared by Mumo. Advancing Casabermeja player. Switches over the head of Emmanuel Navarro, who does his defensive work well. Absolutely no nonsense about that. Just puts it out for the throw-in on the far side. Didn't want to take a risk. Not too aware of the pressure that was on his back. Made the right decision to clear. Another long throw, and so it looks like dueling long throws here for Casabermeja. The number 3 on the near side, different one on the far side. Slightly less, but flicked on. Chance for Casabermeja near the edge of the area. The number 10 with the volley. Oh, goal-saving block by Adrian Mumo there. I have a feeling that was destined for the top corner. Let's have another look. So long throw flicked on ultimately by the head of Page. Number 8 just leaves it. That looked like it was traveling to me. Goal-saving block there from the center back who just had a yellow card. But that one does incredibly well to prevent the goal. In swinging again, this time Medina makes no mistake and is fouled for his troubles. So great hands shown there from Alex Medina. Takes a bit of a knock, draws the foul for his troubles, but really safe, solid hands. Always difficult to deal with those in-swinging corners, especially under the pressure that he was, but he did his job brilliantly. Of course, Medina, the former IMG product, teammates with Ricardo Bustamante there. Mexican goalkeeper has really settled into life well here in Spain. Seems to be right at home with the FCMC senior and under 23 side. Here's Abu Mitri now. Slips in Navarra on the far side. Has Borden and Abu Mitri in the box if he chooses to use them. Instead tries to carry more, but good defensive work from Casabermeja. Jocks into the feet of Page. Page does well to win it back. Kyle all the way back to Nico. Nico under pressure can use Medina. Instead chooses to go long to Abu Mitri. Great strength shown there by the striker from Ohio. Goes down holding his head. Referee says play on. Bit of chaos here. Referee happy to let it all continue. Casabermeja looks to break. Good defensive header there from Adrian. Ball finds its way to the feet of Igor in the midfield. The captain Bustamante. Mumo now under pressure. Has to play quickly. Does well to turn away from the challenge of number 7, but puts Medina on the wrong foot. Medina, good first touch. Absolutely zings it into the feet of Nick Page, who does brilliantly with the touch. Wow, credit given to Nick Page there. I'm not sure how much he knew about that, but he did brilliantly as Bustamante finds Borden. Borden drives down the left-hand side. Can he deliver? Looks to find Navarra. Ball will find its way to him. Bustamante cutting in field, cleared by Casabermeja. Loads of pace shown by the left winger, but unfortunately for him, but fortunately for FCMC, just too much pace on the ball. Malaga throw. Igor in space in the midfield, takes it down on the chest, but unfortunately can't turn. Referee says no foul. Page to recover. The number 10's in space here. Looks to slip in the runner behind, but blocked away as the referee halts play for an injury on Igor. Igor down limping. Seems to have a problem with the leg right now. This is the second time we've seen him down, grabbing the lower part of his leg. So looks like it's going to be a drop ball for Casabermeja here, who seems intent to go backwards and maintain possession. Not really sure what's going on here, but indeed, drop ball for Casabermeja. Possession kept through the center backs. Medina in net, barking out orders. The press for FCMC seems to have dropped off just a bit. Abu Mitri and Francis splitting to the side, preventing the short ball. Header won by Bustamante. Page now. Francis is in behind here. Keeper is well off his line. Can Torben get there first? Oh, have to say Torben just backed out of it, and the keeper clears. But opportunity missed, I'd have to say there for Torben Francis. It looks like if he goes through that, they could be in. So Francis just hesitated. Not too sure how to explain that one. Maybe he thought that the keeper was only going to flick the header straight down, wasn't going to get much power on it, was hoping to recollect the second. But I think if Francis uses his pace there, he might get it ahead there first and be in. But nevertheless, Casabermeja break now, goes for it from range. Medina needs to be careful. Backtracks well. The number 10, an ambitious attempt. We've seen him have a shot from the corner, of course, the left-footed volley, and now the shot from range against Medina. Spotted him just a bit off his line. Fortunately, Medina was quickly back, but you never know with a player like that. Have to be aware of where he is on the pitch at all times. Bustamante in the corner. Back to Adrian. Under pressure, goes long first touch, but only as far as the Casabermeja midfielder. Page with defensive work to do now. There is that ever-dangerous number 10. Does well to turn out under pressure. Casabermeja now enjoying a purple patch, keeping more and more possession in the FCMC half. They've moved their line of confrontation up and seems to be pressing a bit higher. All 11 behind the ball now for FCMC. Nico does well to deal with the attack. Long ball from Page, but no one high up the pitch. Just allows Casabermeja to maintain possession as we tick into the 33rd minute. So despite the fast start for FCMC here, only the one goal to show for it, the Torben Francis penalty. But now Casabermeja seemed to be applying a bit more pressure. Switch to the near side, number 18. Mumo with some work to do. Missed touch, number 7's in here, the strike, and it's in. It's 1-1 here in the mountains as a defensive mistake from number 17. Adrian Mumo allows the number 7 to nip in behind unmarked, and he makes absolutely no mistake with the left-footed finish into the back of the net, past the outstretched left arm of Alex Medina. Tie game here in Casabermeja. Wow, and we do have to say what a finish that was. Caught the volley incredibly sweetly past the on-rushing Medina. Nothing the goalkeeper could do, but it's level pegging here in Casabermeja in the 34th minute. Substitution looks like for Casabermeja early in the match. Of course, that's something you will see in these divisions, with substitutions being unlimited until the 75th minute. So a few substitutions there for Casabermeja, as Dr. Dexter, Stanley Rivera all share in our anguish at that Casabermeja goal. So FCMC pegged back here early or late in the first half, I'll say. They look to reassert themselves in the game. They seem to have lost a bit, and they look to do so through Bustamante. Takes on 2, but loses out, although he does win a throw-in. Looking for Abu Mitri, but Bustamante left him short. Referee says play on. There's the goal scorer, number 7. Nipping at the heels were Abu Mitri and Bustamante, ultimately whistled for the foul. Casabermeja with their tails up right now, looking to try to find a second goal. FCMC need to stay secure and safe in the back as we tick towards the halftime whistle. Claudio Perez agrees with all of us. No, indeed, Claudio. Hate to see a goal like that, especially as the parent of a keeper. Terrible time. Never a good goal to concede in the mind of a keeper. Here's the free kick now from Casabermeja. Headed clear by Mumo. Does well. Abu Mitri under pressure. Needs to play quickly. Splits 2 defenders, but can't get away from the third. Really good sliding challenge from the number 14. Abu Mitri tried to earn a bit of a free kick there, but I don't think he yelled long enough, and the tackle was completely legal. So, Mario, if you're going to go down like that, at least make it believable. Long ball up the line, flicked on by Borden. Francis to chase. Cleared into the stand by Casabermeja. Throw in for Malaga deep in the left-hand corner. So we've got the fences to contend with right now, so I don't think we can really see anything too well. But my guess would be Bustamante on the throw-in. And there you see the ball re-emerge into the feet of Page. Page, the right-footed switch this time, looking for Navarra. Good defensive header there. Navarra looks to recollect. Jock step forward as Casabermeja clear long. Ball will run harmlessly out of play as Souza would look to get us underway quickly, but the ball not exactly cooperating with the wishes of the FCMC players right now. As Anne-Marie McKenzie says, Malaga City keep going, watching from Jamaica. So I believe Anne-Marie is Rodain's mom, who said she would tune in yesterday with us as she was watching the FCMC senior game, and she has kept good on her promise, and she is here with us again from Jamaica. So Anne-Marie, thank you for all your support. It's great to have you here. Hopefully Rodain can come on and make a difference in the second half. Page dropping in between the center backs, occupying that role Igor was earlier, who seems to be taking a role a bit higher up the pitch now. Page to Mumo. Adrian looks to step in, tries to find the feet of Borden, but the pass is under hit. Recollected by Casabermeja. Runners through the box, the number 10's there. Mumo does well just to throw the shoulder at it, did just enough to avoid a handball call. Casabermeja keep possession with numbers on the left side. Ball goes wide, Jocks to defend. Steps into the feet of Navarra. Navarra looks to play long, blocked away, out for an FCMC throw. As the sun sets behind the mountains to our left, the temperature does appear to be dropping a little bit, but doesn't dampen the spirits of any of the home crowd here. About an hour away from Almun, up into the mountains. Page now does well to get away from 2 and ultimately earns the foul. Igor gets us going quickly, illegally so, says the referee, as it was not in the correct spot. Bustamante zings it into the feet of the referee, who is not ready, didn't receive the call of time, so tried to turn at the first attempt, had it go off his shin. So a delayed free kick here for FCMC. Igor over the ball. The referee pointing to exactly where the blade of 3G that he wants this taken from. As FCMC have a sub in the offing. Not too sure what that move will be, but that is Mateo Garces over there. So we'll see who he's coming on for in a little bit. Frank Curte checking in, I believe, from the Myrtle Beach area of the U.S. John on the bench, his first game back. Saw him come back into the country a few days ago. Long ball from Igor. Keeper off his line, claims uncontested. So, Frank, thank you very, very much for tuning in. Great to have you with us. Hopefully, John comes on in the second half. We need a bit of a calming presence in midfield. That's something that John can bring. Casabermeja looks to break behind. Here's the ever-dangerous number 10. Out to the side. Defensive work to your jocks to do. But the ball rolls past the outstretched leg of the Umbernet and out for a throw-in. And now we will see that substitution. So let's see. Looks like Adrian Mumo will be coming off. So the number 17, of course, on a yellow card, coming off for Mateo Garces. So not sure if it's an injury change, not sure if it's a force change, or if it's just a tactical switch. But nevertheless, Mateo Garces comes on. Adrian Mumo comes off here in the 38th minute, I believe. Frank Curte correcting me from Hilton Head, South Carolina, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. So I knew it was one of the Carolinas. I always seem to forget which one, but thank you very much for correcting me and for tuning in. So like for like swap at center back there. Garces more accustomed to that outside fullback role, but slots into Mumo's center back slot now. Throw in for Casabermeja as my producer next to me rues the finishing of her Red Bull. She seems to be getting sleepy after her early start for the FCM or for the CDAC senior game today, as that throw in is headed clear, only as far as the Casabermeja player. Garces on the back skews his clearance, and it's another chance for Casabermeja to get numbers into the box with another long throw in. So this time they will send the number 3 across the take. So a longer throw coming this time. Of course, Medina has to organize here. Throw in the last time went to around where Page was. This time flicked on by the number 14. Number 5 in the box. A strange scissor slash bicycle kick attempt goes wide. Not really sure how to describe that. But nevertheless goes wide of the goal as FCMC have a goal kick. And what we do is... Now you can see a perfect example. If you go to the wide shot right now, what you can see is you can see that line of confrontation and that high press coming now from Casabermeja. So they're not allowing us to play short anymore. I think they maybe sat off for the first few minutes to see what this FCMC side was all about. But now they seem to have picked up a bit of information and are pressing higher. Good flicked header by Borden sends Francis into the channel. Well marshaled by the number 17. Can he fight to win it back? Played out by Casabermeja, but the pass just too far. Bustamante throwing on the left-hand side. Page back to Bustamante, looks to turn away from 2. Ball rolls out on him for a Casabermeja throw-in. They'll go quickly again. Number 7's in behind here if he can find the right touch. Does well to run through the challenge of Susan. Takes a knock for his trouble, and he is down right now. Referee stops play. Normally when a player is down for injury, we just usually mute the mic and let the act go. But today, while we have a second, we will want to update you on the previous scores of today. So, in Estepona, the girls ran out dominant 12-0 winners against a very weak Esteponense side. But nevertheless, you have to play the team that's in front of you. And a big shout-out to Taylor Christensen, who I believe scored 6 today. So, a double hat-trick for Taylor. Absolutely fantastic performance from her and from all the girls alike. Another clean sheet. So back to winning ways, well, continuing winning ways for the girls, back to clean sheet ways for the girls today, we'll say. So huge win for them as they keep their spot at the top of the league. Of course, they've already won the league and continue their march towards playoffs. And of course, in the lovely Costa del Sol of Almun, a 5-0 win for the CDAC senior side. An Ollie Greaves hat trick with also goals coming from the legendary Frenchman himself, Charlie Malman, and the other legendary Frenchman himself, by Sekou Sissoko. One more legendary than the other, but 2 goals for 2 of our Frenchmen. Of course, Hugo Vicente out, so we couldn't make it a French hat trick. But Sissoko and Malman combined for 2, with Greaves getting 3 for a 5-0 CDAC senior win, which sends them top of the league. So top of the league for the CDAC senior side, despite resting days for opponents Guadix and Chiriana. but nevertheless, top of the league. So now all for the other teams to do as CDAC continue their march towards promotion as well. Back to live pictures now. Lynn Tarani, welcome back. John Curte. John, of course, in the U.S. for a bit of an extended period of time. Not totally sure what the delay was, but we're delighted to have him back here with us. Borden dwells too long on it. Chance for Casabermeja to counter. Medina quickly back to his line. Good switch of play there for the number 10. Shot from the edge of the air, blocked away by Nico Souza. Really good, strong challenge there from the Brazilian, just to prevent that ball from getting all the way through to the hands of Medina. Long ball over the top looking for Francis. Headed clear by the number 4. Throw in for FCMC in the opposition half as we're into the final few minutes here in Casabermeja. Abu Mitri there on the ball, does well to turn away from 2, was dragged back, plays Navarra in behind. Wow, look at the pace from Navarra. Can he find the right ball into the middle? Blocked away initially, but the clearance only goes straight into the air. Abu Mitri now applying pressure, hooks clear by the number 5, only as far as Jocks. Brings it down, has Navarra in front of him if he can find the angle, but loses out and a throw in for Casabermeja. Blatantly illegal throw there with the foot in the air, but play continues. Nico Souza steps forward, looks to find Abu Mitri, but just can't get his body in the way of the number 14. Stepped in by Jakes, sheds the challenge as Casabermeja go forward. Jakes may be in a bit of trouble there as he tracks it back, but throw in for Casabermeja, and I think Jakes will find himself in the book for that challenge on the number 14. Yes, indeed, referee has his cards out of his pocket, so Kyle Jakes, number 2, goes into the book for that late challenge on the number 14, as Casabermeja have a throw-in. So there is confirmation of that Kyle Jocks yellow card, as the number 3 will head over and take the throw-in. So another long throw-in here. FCMC need to be secure and not concede on the stroke of halftime, which is one of the worst times to concede. Over the head of number 14, near the edge of the area. Miscommunication between the 10 and the 8 there as the number 10 shoots over the goal, almost over the net in the back. Fortunately not, because that would have been the roof of somebody's car that would have been dented. Final minute of play here in the first half, rapidly approaching added time as Medina goes to the feet of Souza. Souza's infield ball is intercepted. Igor does well to recollect, and then Souza steps out of the back to keep the ball. The referee has decided no added time whatsoever and blows for the end of the first 45. So, a fast and furious first half here in Casabermeja saw FCMC under 23 take the lead through a Torben Francis penalty early in, about midway, we'll say, through the first half, before a good spell of pressure from Casabermeja ultimately netted their equalizer. There is that Torben Francis penalty. After he earned it, picked himself off, put the ball back into the top corner. But unfortunately, Casabermeja struck back in the 34th minute with a lovely, sumptuous finish off the left foot of number 7. So as we head in for halftime, we find the scores level pegging. We will see you in just about not 45 minutes. We'll see you in just about 15 minutes. Stay tuned.
repeat, I don't want to annoy you. You feel something, relax, please. Second day, I don't want to pull out. No, y ahí el problema. Vas con él, con balón, a su ritmo, con categoría. Mucha confianza. Mucha confianza. 4, 5. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, so we're in the UK. My first ever trip over to England, and I think it's been a success, to be honest. We're finishing up now our 4-day experience with a tour around Carroll Road. We brought the boys down here last night. They got to see a live Premier League game against Manchester United, and then we're now getting to see the stadium where the Manchester United players and Norwich players were playing last night. So unbelievable experience. Yeah, I think it's gone as well as it could have. We have to review it now, and you can always do better. But for a first hit out, I think we've done a sterling effort, and I can't thank the staff enough. From the media guys to Juan Carlos, Ryan, has been an absolute trooper. I think everyone's really dug in, and it shows kind of what this project's about. That it's not just the glitz and glamour, but we've got people that are really here for the cause and just to do the best for the players.
The best thing probably about the academy is just being able to meet different footballers from around the world and play against the big teams that you wouldn't get to in Australia.
The coaches here are absolutely amazing. They help me in everything, teach me the movements, the run, the passes, what to do and what not to do, and to be honest, I've become such a better player since I've arrived.
If I had to describe football in one word, I would choose magical. It's just a sport that I couldn't describe how much it means to me, and everything revolves around it, and it's just all I have, and it's all I'm gonna have, and it's all I want to do for the rest of my life.
I would say life, because I feel like my life moves around football, and it's just, I'm always watching football, I'm always playing football, and I always have it on my mind.
Probably a dream, you know. God's given me the ability to play, so I'm enjoying it. I have to keep working hard, training, and I'll see where it takes me.
I play football because I love it. I just love playing. I love the game, especially Spanish football.
For me, it's my life. Yes, it's my life.
I think I have talent, but like I say, it's not enough for all players. Even if you have talent, you have to work next to training and do everything you can to be at the top level.
Basically just, if you want to make it, just go for it. Train hard, work hard, and don't give up.
Be able to adapt and change to things. Soccer is a very subjective sport, and it's all about the coach's mind and what they're trying to play, but it's really been a fantastic experience for me, and I would recommend you come try it out yourself.
underway. So the referee has fooled even us. We are back underway quickly here in Casabermeja with the FCMC under-23 side with a currently tied 1-1 against a difficult-to-break-down Casabermeja side. So the first half, Torben Francis penalty separated the sides in the 20th minute before a Casabermeja equalizer drew things level on the 35th. So back underway here in the second half. No changes to report so far, other than the first half substitution of Mateo Garces for the retreating Adrian Mumo. No other changes to report as the second half is underway. Bustamante steps in, but the ball too far from Page. Jocks with some defending to do on the right-hand side. Into the feet of the winger, number 8. Number 8 cuts in, tries to roll over the top of it. Jocks does well to defend. As now, since we can't see, you can see a lot better than we can from up here. We wait for the referee's signal. Throw in for Casabermeja. A few more comments there. Frank Curte says John wanted to spend more time with him in the U.S. Lynn Tarani finds it funny, as do I. And Frank says, really, John had a couple of trials for a USL team. So in Carolina, the closest USL team could be NCFC, but I believe Tormenta may be closer, depending on where you're from in Carolina. So possibly a trial for Tormenta for John Curte. So hopefully John did all right in those trials. Hopefully not too well, because we'd love to have him stay out here with us. But nevertheless, congrats to John for going on those trials. We're really happy to have him back here with us. Claudio Perez, animo Malaga a ganar. Sí, por supuesto, Claudia. Corner for Casabermeja. In-swinging ball punched really well over the bar by Medina. Had to be alert there to the danger. Did brilliantly to deal with the in-swinging corner. Let's have another look at that. So here is that corner. Ball is whipped in, and the outstretched left arm of Medina just flicks it over the crossbar. Difficult play there for the keeper, but did brilliantly. Another in-swinger this time. Bit deeper. Headed clear by Bustamante. Nico will need to clear further. Bustamante does well to recollect. Really good pace shown there. Francis is in over the top here. Keeper quickly off his line. This time Torben chooses not to back out as the ball is cleared well up into the mountains. And if we're lucky, may just bounce down onto the field of play. So good pressure, or good early pressure there from FCMC. Weathered the early two corners of Fort Casabermeja very well, and now find themselves in the attacking third. Throw in for FCMC, finds the chest of Abu Mitri. Abu Mitri looks to cut inside, throws himself to the ground again. Another foul for a foul that was not called. Long switch across, headed clear by Bustamante. Page can't find the handle on it as Bustamante steps in this time. Navarra backtracking. Ricardo should clear as the left back does well to slide. Looks to have skidded himself all over the pitch. So always on that 3G surface. A slide tackle is a risky move. But Casabermeja throw in from the far side here. Will be another long throw coming from the number 3. Long throw in towards the head of Page. Over the head of Page. Difficult play here, but just off the unassuming Casabermeja striker and out for a goal kick. Medina goes short into the feet of Sousa. Back to Medina. Garces now. Garces into the feet of Medina. Page under pressure, has to be careful, dwells too long on it. Chance coming for Casabermeja here. Page does really well on the recovery. Unfortunately, ball goes out for a goal kick, but worrying signs there for the FCMC under-23 side. Just got a bit too comfortable on the ball, and a half chance could have been created there for Casabermeja, if not for good defending by a combined effort of Garces and Page. Abu Mitri looks to clear. Brilliant sliding tackle from the midfielder from Casabermeja. Dumps Abu Mitri to the turf. Good start to the second half for the home side. Clearly applying the pressure. Must have been given what they like to call the hairdryer treatment at halftime and have come out of the blocks in the second half flying. Navarra tries to find Bustamante, but the ball bounces out for a Casabermeja throw-in. Down the line now. Defensive work to be done for Page. Does well. Tries to find Bustamante, who does even better under 2 challenges to pull out. But the ball is recollected on the right-hand side, but out for a FCMC throw. So sloppy start to the half, especially on that far side over there. Not too much possession, not too much traction being gained. FCMC just need to put their foot on the ball and keep possession for the next 5 minutes. Long throw from Bustamante, flicked on by Abu Mitri. Abu Mitri connects through Navarra. Mario drives forward, but the ball has run out for a Casabermeja throw-in. Long throw. Igor defends, cleared further by Nico Souza. Page on the ball. Navarra cuts in field. Does well to win the 50-50. Shrugs off one tackle, but loses out on the second. Lovely little back heel flick down the line. But again, ball stays on the far side. Sloppy play so far in the second half. More play on the far side results in another Bustamante throw. Flicked on by Abu Mitri. Looks to have been pushed in the back. Referee blows for a free kick for FCMC. So hopefully a break of play from that far left-hand side. Abu Mitri over the ball. Now Page over the ball. Looks to get us going again. Abu Mitri should try to find his way to the box here. One of the bigger players looks to get ahead on the ball. Souza pushes forward. Igor pushes forward. Torben Francis, of course, always going to be a target in set-piece situations like this. So Page over it, outswinging left-footed ball, looks for Igor, past him. Abu Mitri in the area here. He's got some time. Let's see what he can cook up. Slips in for Francis, plays 1-2. Borden in space on the outside. Navarra's open at the back post. Borden drives towards the area, whips it in. Navarra, ooh, just over the leaping Zimbabwean winger. Out for a Casabermeja throw-in, but signs of improvement there for FCMC. Good half chance created. Fortunately, that ball for Borden just over the craned neck of Navarra. Few more comments. Frank Kurte correct. It was Tormenta, so John Kurte had the try with USL Championship and League 2 or USL 1 and 2 side Tormenta. Who else we've got? We've got Stanley Navarra. Hey, Malaga defense, play the ball forward. Stanley, I could not agree more. Right now we need to get out of our own defensive half and into the attacking half. Keep possession in the opposition half. Really put Casabermeja under the pressure that we need to win this game. Page dwells too long on it. It's taken a knock for his troubles, but Casabermeja looks to break forward. Good defending there from Nico Souza. Comes away with the ball. Finds the feet of Igor. Numbers in behind Page. Can he find the feet of Navarra? He does. He's onside here on the far side. 3 versus 3 in the box. Navarra drives in. Can he cut it back? Chooses to cut it back to Abu Mitri. It must be. Oh, it's blocked just before it can get to the keeper. What a block that was from the number 5. But a huge chance goes begging for the FCMC side. Let's have another look. Navarra cuts in, cuts it back as called. The left-footed strike from Abu Mitri. What a fantastic block that was. Comes out of nowhere, the defender, and manages to slide clear. So huge chance there for FCMC, who now have a corner as a result. Igor with the in-swinger. Over the head of Page. No one else attacking on the second post. Picked up by Garces. Into the feet of Navarra. Does well to shed off 2 challenges, but his ball for Bustamante is mistimed. Oh, what pace shown there from Ricardo Bustamante. Gets back behind the ball, ushers it back to Medina. Wisely puts his foot on it, slows the play down, and keeps possession through that man, Bustamante. Now Navarra. Infield to Nico, who's forced to clear under pressure. Francis does well to read the flight of the ball. Borden making a run ahead, chooses to go short to Abu Mitri. Abu Mitri, not too many numbers, chooses to go short to Page. His right-footed ball over the top, asking a lot of Navarra. Will it hang up in the breeze? It won't. Rolls out for a goal kick. Few more comments. Connor, Kyle Jakes, number 2, grandma watching her grandson play. So Kyle Jakes' grandmother watching him play. That's incredible. Great to have all the support for Kyle and for the rest of the boys as well. Stanley Navarra, good play. Navarra, come on, Malaga. Good ball in Navarra. Emmanuel Navarra starting really to stamp his authority on this match now. Really good ball into the box. Some few good runs coming recently. Let's see if we can find that final product and that go-ahead goal. Page disagrees with the referee's call. Throw in for Casabermeja. Throw in for FCMC in the far side. course, blocked by a whole host of material. It is a throw-in on the bottom left side. Let's go to the zoomed-in look. I think we're trying to search for the ball here. Not too sure anyone has eyes on it. Chris Borden does, though, as he jogs towards it. As the throw-in goes over his head, finds its way to Igor. Looks to switch to Navarra. Can Francis pick up the big touch by the center back? He can't. Ball goes long over the top for the number 9. Headed down into the middle. Chance here for Casabermeja. Some lovely football there in the midfield, in the box ultimately. But it's cleared out by FCMC. Navarra on the far side. Let's see if he can stretch his legs now. Does well to escape the challenger 1. Abu Mitri in the box if he can find him. Left-footed ball in. Abu Mitri with time and space. Surely it must be. The touch takes him away. What a hand that is from the keeper. Abu Mitri on it again. Will he have another shot? Blocked away again by the number 14. And ultimately recollected by the keeper. So another huge chance for Abu Mitri. What a fantastic save by the Casabermeja keeper to keep the scores level. It is all action here in the mountains of Malaga as we look to continue. The clearance goes to Borden. Looks to play over the top to Abu Mitri, who couldn't get himself back onside fast enough. So another chance goes begging there for FCMC. We'll have another. There's the other look at that we just saw. A great big trailing right hand from the keeper as now Casabermeja looks to break forward. Defensive work for Igor to do down the line. Gets the wrong side. Have to be careful in any challenges. Looks to square it into the middle. Medina does well. Looks like he kept it in, but the linesman has signaled for a corner. So absolute chaos coming here in Malaga as Casabermeja have a corner now. So full-sided action, full frontal action we'll call it, coming here. And now a corner for the FCMC side to defend. Corner swung in, cleared by Page at the near post. Followed out by Abu Mitri, but his clearance is scuffed towards the edge of the area. The deflected shot cleared by Page back into that corner again. This time the cross from number 10 finds its way towards the edge of the area, recollected by Casabermeja. Jogs defending well, ball fizzed back in, headed clear by Garces. The shot from the edge of the area, and the number 8 flies over the goal and out of the stadium. Much to the delight of the 3 Brazilians down to my right for whatever reason. They seem to really like that ball went out of the stadium. So as the new ball comes in, we somehow, inexplicably, are still at 1-1 here in the 58th minute. Stanley Navarra, good play. Navarra again. Emmanuel Navarra really starting to play well now. Almost unlucky not to have his second assist of the night with that pass to Abu Mitri. Long ball from Medina, looking for the head of our number 25. Flicked on by Navarra. Can Francis get him behind? Closed down well by Abu Mitri, but lost out. Challenge off the ball. Abu Mitri goes down clutching his shin. Looks to have won the free kick there. So chance for FCMC to get some players into the box. Let's have another look. So Abu Mitri, it looks like he got kicked maybe in the calf. Has gone down under a bit of distress. Seems to be back up to his feet now. He's a tough guy, the striker from Ohio. Of course, Lebanese descent as well. As Page finds himself over the ball here, looking to get some numbers into the box. And throughout all the excitement, number seven Nick Rockwell has come on the right wing for Chris Borden, it looks like. So the Page free kick now. Igor's in space here. There's Rockwell with his first touch. Oh, huge chance. Unmarked at the back post, and he just can't keep the strike down. Oh, absolutely unbelievable chance for Nick Rockwell with his first touch of the game to put FCMC up 2-1. But I think he was surprised that the ball even came to him, and he just couldn't keep his finish down. Oh, massive chance there for FCMC. So we'll see confirmation of that change now. There is number 7, Nick Rockwell. The Northeastern U.S. native comes on for San Diego native Chris Borden. Back underway with the goal kick. Page does well to rise highest out of the midfield group to win the ball. Good pressure applied by Francis. Forces the ball all the way back to the keeper. Abu Mitri directing traffic. Instructs Francis to stay. Long ball over the top. Won again by Page. Took a knock for his troubles, but cleared up the pitch by Casabermeja. Recollected in the midfield by Navarra. The Zimbabwean midfielder looks to cut in, but loses out to the number 14. who ultimately has been one of the best players for this Casabermeja side tonight, has been all over the pitch, some really good sliding tackles won. So big shout out to him. Casabermeja break forward, switch of play. Jocks 2 versus 1. Number 5 overlaps on the outside. Number 8 looks to cut in. Good defending by Rockwell. Clears on the second time of asking for a Casabermeja throw-in. Throw in taken, slice clearance from Jocks. Igor has to be careful here not to put his foot too high. Jocks clears it the second time of asking. Abumitri shields well. Number 6 dribbles away. 5 into the corner now. Blocked by stairs, people, and wires. The referee has whistled for a stoppage. Looks like a free kick on for a bit of a pullback on number 25, Mario Abumitri. And while we are talking about the number 25, we do have 2 more comments from Chris Abumitri. Let's go, Mario Abumitri from Lebanon. Thank you, Mr. Announcer. You are awesome. Chris, thank you for that. Of course, Mario Abumitri, living in Ohio now, I believe, but family initially from Lebanon. Originally, I should say, from Lebanon. I heard he has a big trip to Lebanon coming up this summer. So we'd love to see him on the score sheet to shout out the country. We'd love to have him score. Mario, of course, great guy. Absolute credit to his team, to himself, to his family. Absolutely lovely to have him out here with us. Hopefully he can find that winning goal as we tick into 30 minutes remaining. Free kick from Casabermeja. Dangerous ball swung in. Finds his way to number 8 at the edge of the area. Good defending by the Lebanese Mario Abumitri. Keeps possession and then looks long, going for Francis. Francis is in some space here. Keeper off his line. Can Torben get there? Keeper's hesitated just a bit, then clears into the side. FCMC get us going underway quickly. Looks like a handball off the head of Navarra. Referee says nothing to it, then he shoves off the ball rather unceremoniously. Casabermeja look to break. Striker on the wrong side of Nico. The number 10 underlaps. Danger here for FCMC. The number 10 cuts inside, but can't get a shot away past the outstretched leg of Ricardo Bustamante. Nick Page looks to go long over the top. Francis is in here. Referee is flag is up for offsides. So up and down action ultimately comes to a stoppage here as the referee has his flag up for offsides, which is a very good thing because I can catch my breath. Few more comments. Joanna Baptiste. Let's go, Malaga. Anita Abumitri. Vamos, Mario. 2 more substitutions coming for FCMC. Coming on is that man, John Curte, and Elliot Maldonado. Coming off is Igor, and I believe one other. The free kick from Casabermeja into the box, recollected by Medina. So let's see who that second substitute was. It looks like Kyle Jacks may have come off from the right back role. Yes, he has. You can see him walking back across the pitch now. So Maldonado, and who was the other one that we saw? Maldonado and Curte on. Jacks and Igor off. So there's the 2 changes as we see fellow substitute Rockwell on the ball now. His return pass from Francis just a bit off. Bustamante working hard to get back behind the ball. Does really well to use his speed, but the number 8 dances away. Breaks down the left-hand side. Ball into the area. Cut out by Garces. Then followed up clear by Garces. Curte on the ball now. His first touch. Loses out to the retreating number 8. Number 4 in the midfield. Plays the wrong side of Garces. Medina quickly off his line. Just a lack of anticipation there from the striker. But Casabermeja starting to turn the screw here. Bustamante, who switched to the right-hand side. Goes long looking for Francis. But too far for the English striker. Recollected by the keeper. Long ball from Casabermeja into the chest of Page, ultimately recollected by Curte. Rockwell on the far side. Curte continues his run forward. Rockwell looks for him, but the pass is blocked away. So a bit of a formation change. Not so much formation change, but a bit of a tactical positional swap. With the arrival of Elliot Maldonado, this change for Kyle Jocks, Ricardo Bustamante has made his way to the right-hand side, with Maldonado taking up that his preferred left fullback role. So interesting tweak there as Curte is slotted right into midfield next to Page. A like-for-like swap with Igor. Another comment, this time Shem Jimenez. So Shem watching the under-23 side. Of course, Shem, the delegado, as we like to call it here, of the FCMC senior side. So that man that you always see giving the pieces of paper to the referee, that is Shem Jimenez, the delegado. Does very well, times all of his substitutions perfectly, I have to say. And he is now on here supporting the under-23 side. So Shem will know a lot of these guys personally, since quite a few do have experience training with the first team. So Shem, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for support. And has to be said, congratulations of the 4-0 victory yesterday against Berja. So big result for the FCMC senior side yesterday as well. The 4-0 victory keeps them in the promotion push, only 2 points behind league leaders Estepona. Under 23s under pressure here, ball into the area. Garces closes down before they can get a shot away, ultimately followed clear by Maldonado. Francis on the ball near side, lovely little back here, just not on the same page as Abumitri. Rockwell picks it up, and here is Mario Abumitri. Has Kurte to his left, Francis to his right. Chose to go to Kurte, but the pass was blocked away. Long ball over the top, won well by Mateo Garces. Nico isolated with some defensive work to do. Bustamante retreating. Ball still in play, breaks down the left-hand side, squared across the box, the shot, and it's in the far post. A great finish there from the Casabermeja striker after good work down the left-hand side, as all of a sudden our boys find themselves 2-1 down, and with a mountain to climb here in the 67th minute. Heartbreak for the FCMC boys right now, but with 20 minutes to go, still plenty of time to continue. Let's have another look at the goal. So the ball found its way into the corner, drives down low, gets around Bustamante, squares the ball to the edge of the area, right around the penalty spot, so about 12 yards from goal, and the striker makes no mistake, tucking his finish into the far right-hand corner. And all of a sudden, FCMC find themselves from 1-0 up to 2-1 down, with 20 minutes to go, find themselves in need of 2 to win the match. Has to be said, great play from the Casabermeja winger there. Did really well to take on what is a stout defender in Bustamante, get around him, and then to put a ball on a platter for the arriving striker. Rockwell does well as Kurte finds the feet of Francis. Francis squares. Can Navarra get on the end of this? First time shot. Looks to go back across the keeper, but just doesn't catch it right as it's easily held by the goalkeeper. Let's have another look. So that ball into his feet of Francis. Lovely little ball across the back line there, but unfortunately Navarra can't make the best contact on it. Bustamante tries to head to Rockwell, recollects on the second attempt. Kurte now in the midfield, drives forward into the feet of Bustamante. Has Rockwell with him, tries to turn the number 5. Looks to have been fouled, referee says nothing doing. Number 8 plays in behind for the number 10. Page does well to retreat behind the ball, but concedes a corner in the act. Lynn Tirani, no. Claudia Perez, no as well. Shake it off, boys, and fight on. Yes, indeed, Lynn. With still a bit of time left to go here. Match is nowhere near over yet. As, of course, the FCMC boys have proved themselves potent in attack and have fashioned a few good chances for themselves. So I have a feeling a few more chances will come. FCMC can easily get themselves back in this match. In swinging corner, cleared at the near post from Nick Page, but play is halted as the referee has spotted it as infraction. Free kick for FCMC. Casabermeja center back screaming at his defense to retreat. Ball goes long for Francis. Does well under pressure, but his header can only find the Casabermeja right back. Combination of Kurte and Maldonado pressing well, recollected by Navarra. Lovely little footwork there, gets away from a challenge as the ball finds its way to the feet of Maldonado. Nice little drag back, keeps possession through Page. Has Kurte in the midfield, chooses instead to go to Garces. Medina into the feet of Kurte. Rockwell makes a run. Francis is in space if he chooses to find him. Looks to find Francis, but just too far for the number 16 as the keeper recollects in his own area. Ball infield. Garcia steps high and wins. Francis could be in here. Has a run on the defender. Short back pass to the keeper. Francis pressures, forces the keeper to clear. So clears out of the stadium. The Brazilians once again celebrate. Maldonado on the far side now. Throw in taken to Abumitri. Will have to show some good strength here to shield the defender. Navarra pressing. Concedes the throw, but it's deep in the defensive half of Casabermeja. Throw in taken long over the head of Page. Maldonado with some defensive work to do. Nice little turn from the Casabermeja striker. Ultimately draws the foul against Maldonado. Long ball taken quickly by Casabermeja. The touch brought down well by the striker. Fortunately for FCMC, it just drifted offside, but Souza was beat there with the turn. That could have been a big chance. We're back underway through Maldonado. Nevera, Maldonado again. Abu Mitri now on the turn. Tries to drop off to Curte, but his pass too strong. Casabermeja can break here. The ball in behind. Casabermeja in here. Mateo Garces. Wow, what a sliding challenge that was. Followed up clear and fouled is Bustamante. But an absolute goal-saving challenge there from Mateo Garces. Let's have another look at that. So there's Maldonado on the far side. So we've got a bit of the interplay there as the ball towards Abu Mitri. Tries to find Curte, but just a miscommunication. Garces a bit late coming across, but makes up for it brilliantly with a what must be described as a goal-slaving sliding challenge. And that foul on Bustamante, a bit nasty in the end. FCMC looking to make a substitution here. Bustamante seems to be okay. He's up, but it looks like a substitution will be coming. Coming on is Scottish striker number 9, Ben Templeton. Not sure if we've seen who's coming off, but the arrival of a striker should signal a bit of a formation change, as Francis could be in behind here. Keeper quickly off his line and deals with it well under a lot of pressure. Hits the sprinkler system. And Curte over to take quickly. Abu Mitri under pressure. This time does well to draw the foul against the number 6. Free kick for FCMC. Looks like the substitution was Ricardo Bustamante coming off for Ben Templeton. So an attacking change here, with a right back coming off and a striker coming on. So clearly a statement of intent from coaches Victor Franco and Rafa Montenegro, clearly wanting to get a goal and get back in this game. Page over the free kick now. Striker Templeton in the box. Goes to the second post. Keeper quickly off his line. Claims confidently in front of Rockwell. Casabermeja looks to get back underway quickly. On the wrong side of Souza, who takes down the number 3, but the referee signaled for a foul for FCMC. Souza wants the ball quickly. Francis could be in here if they slip him in down the line. Torben looking for it. Referee wants to slow play down a bit, and Maldonado's now over it. So number 9, Ben Templeton, the Scottish striker, is on. So it looks like he's been told to head to striker. It looks like a formation switch to a 3 in the back now. Long ball looking for Abu Mitri. Ooh, just a bit too physical there in the referee's mind. Look to just nudge the defender off, but let's have another look. So the long ball comes in from Page. Let's see what Abu Mitri does. Maybe just extended that left forearm a bit. Didn't seem like too much in it from up here, but referee disagrees as Casabermeja have a free kick. Long ball from the keeper, who's played well thus far. Garces does well to remove his hands, but the flicked header from Casabermeja sees the number 10 break in behind. Good defending from Rockwell to hit off the number 10, and the ball finds its way into the hands of Medina. Few more comments. Conte, we got this, boys. Come on, boys. I wish I was there to help. I believe that is Mohamed Conte, who was here in the first half of the season. If I remember correctly, he has just signed a professional contract. Not sure exactly where, but if you could tell us, that would be great. Abu Mitri looks to break in behind, but it rolls all the way through to the keeper. Who else have we got? We've got Timothy. Malaga needs to release the ball more to their right and left wingers to create chances from there. Interesting tactical point there. I'm sure that message will be being communicated from the coaches, but the danger area does seem to be on the wings, occupied by now Emmanuel Nevera and Ben Templeton. Francis does well to turn away and then is absolutely rugby tackled by the number 9, who will go into the book for this. Let's have another look. There is the number 9, plays it infield. Torben Francis actually turned away, was looking to break, and rightfully so. The Casabermeja player does go into the book. Chris Abu Mitri, horrible call from the ref, referring, of course, to that foul called on Mario Abu Mitri. Chris, can't say I agree, can't say I disagree, but let's just say that I won't disagree more than I won't agree. So looks like a pretty poor call there, but nevertheless, the referee calls it as he sees it, and another chance for FCMC to get players into the box with Page over the free kick. Dr. Dexter, come on, boys. Let's see if we can find that equalizing goal. Templeton being told to keep his hands to himself. Abu Mitri, of course, will be a target on the second post here. Clipped ball, looking for that man. Abu Mitri does well, but not well enough. Hands in the back. Referee signals for a foul. Of course, every time you see a foul called like that, it's one of those things that in Spain they love to call. As soon as those hands push the body away, the referee always has to whistle in his mouth. It's the easiest foul to see just because you can see when those elbows extend, that push in the back. And of course, everyone here will make as much of a meal of it as they can. So one of those another one of those tough fouls called. Casabermeja get us back underway with a long free kick. Sousa loses out to the number 9. Cleared upfield by Page. Chipped in behind. Oof, lucky let off there for FCMC. Looks like number 14 almost took the through ball away from the winger. Good defensive work from Page. Draws the foul. Free kick for FCMC. Chris Abu Mitri, LOL, you're awesome. Chris, thank you. I appreciate it. Keep putting in the chat interesting things for me to talk about, and I will try to keep being entertaining for you. Standing recover Malaga FCMC as we tick into the last 15 minutes here are looking to find that equalizing goal. Casabermeja looked to break in behind, but the pass from Garces finds the feet of Medina. Chipped ball out to Sousa. His first time ball searching for Navarra, just a bit high as the Casabermeja defender wins over the top. Curte now, looking for Navarra. Garces has to get that header right and does so. Navarra on the second time of asking, into the feet of Abu Mitri. Does well to turn away from one, but the number 17 wins the ball back. Run in behind Maldonado. Maldonado didn't see him. Chance here for Casabermeja to make it 3. The ball squared into the box. Garces mistimes the challenge, the shot. What a save of Medina. What a second save, Medina. Unbelievable scenes here. Number 11, the edge of the area, the strike. Wide of the left-hand post. Alex Medina has just kept us in this match with a fantastic double save. Let's have another look. So after Abu Mitri was dispossessed, the ball slipped behind Maldonado, completely unaware of what was behind him. The first cross, miscue there from Garces. The first shot, spread huge by Medina, and the second follow-up even better off the underside of the right thigh, and then the third attempt goes wide of the far post. Alex Medina has just kept us in this match and seems to be stretching himself off to make sure he can carry on. Wow, absolutely breathless action here, and in the midst of all that chaos, we have another substitute, number 19, Rodane McKenzie, on the far side on for number 11, Emmanuel Navarra. So one of the final changes here for Rafa Montenegro's side, another statement of attacking intent as the compliments in the comments roll in. 2 brilliant saves there from Alex Medina keep us in this match. Long ball from Page over the top looking for Templeton. Too far, but a pull on the Casabermeja midfielder results in an FCMC free kick. Absolutely breathless stuff here. Dr. Dexter, Shem Jimenez, great saves. What a save. Yes, indeed. I've been a goalkeeper all my life. I have yet to see too many saves better than that. I wish I could make saves like that. That would be very good tactical help. Great save on the rebound. What a save, says Timothy Conte. This save counts as much as a goal. Much deserved plaudits being given to Alex Medina in the net right now. The IMG keeper with an incredible double save to keep us only 1 goal down. Tell you what, if FCMC come out of this match with a point, we will look back at that moment in the 77th minute as the moment that the match changed. Absolutely huge momentum swing as the crowd was breathless stuff. Free kick taken quickly towards Maldonado. Numbers in the box. Can he deliver a good ball? He does. Looks for the head of Francis. Keeper quickly off his line to punch clear. Hooked clear further by Casabermeja. Brought down well by Page. Page taken down. Casabermeja looked to break, but ball out for a throw in on the far side. Claudia Perez Bien. Yes, indeed. Claudia, watching from Mexico, of course, a supporter of Alex Medina in the net, has 2 saves to be proud of right there. As we're into the final 10 minutes of play, John Curte possesses through Page. Page across to Sousa. Garces in space. Finds him. Garces looks long. Has Abu Mitri. Can Abu Mitri's header find McKenzie? Instead finds Francis. Looks for Templeton in behind. Hooked clear by Casabermeja. And onto the roof of the stadium. Garces looks to find the ball and get us back underway quickly. Garces goes to Souza. Souza across to Page. Page left-footed ball looking long for Rockwell. Just a bit too far for the outstretched leg of the number 7. Out for a throw-in for the home side. Anne-Marie McKenzie go Rodane. Rodane McKenzie supporter coming all the way from Jamaica. Let's see if Rodane can pop up and find us a late equalizer. Throw-in taken off the chest of Rockwell for another throw-in for Casabermeja. Has to be said, this has been an absolutely fantastic match so far. End-to-end action. Really glad you're here watching with us. And of course, it has to be said, if you do fancy yourself against competition such as Casabermeja, please head over to our website at www.fcmalagacity.com and fill out an application form. We'd love to have you here with us in the coming season. Combination of Abu Mitri and Kurte play a nice little 1-2, but the return pass from Abu Mitri just a bit too far. Mario cuts inside. Casabermeja chance to break here. Clip ball in behind. Medina needs to be off his line. There comes Medina. Great sliding save. Dives right at the feet of the on-rushing attacker. Does well. Looks like it will be a corner for Casabermeja, but Alex Medina again quickly off his line there to smother another chance. Let's have another look. Gets the wrong side of Garces. The striker tries to flick past. A retreating Souza was on the line, but Medina wasn't to know. Dove bravely at the feet of the striker and clears away. Corner coming for Casabermeja now. A lot of numbers staying back for the home side, but still quite a few in the box. In-swinging corner, cleared at the first post by Page. Can McKenzie get on the end of it? The Casabermeja defense can only clear out for a throw, and encouragement given by head coach Rafa Montenegro. Maldonado gets us back underway through McKenzie. Good pressure from Rodane, forcing Casabermeja deeper into their own half. Long ball cleared, brought down well, recollected in the midfield by Kurte. Lovely little drag of the toe there just to stunt the progress of Casabermeja and keep possession. Souza to Medina, has Garces in space. Chooses to put his foot on it and play Page. Page to Kurte. Kurte asking for Rockwell to make the run in behind, tries to find him. Ball just a bit under hit. Can Templeton get win on the second attempt? Garces picks up the loose ball, but turned on by Casabermeja. Long ball from the number 19. Work for Page to do under pressure. Tries to marshal it back to Medina. His header does find the hands of the blue-clad goalkeeper. Action is non-stop here as Kurte looks to find the switch for Maldonado. Brilliant ball from the American midfielder. Maldonado on the outside. Numbers in the box. Can he find the right service? Looks to deliver with the left foot. Blocked away. Cleared further upfield by Casabermeja. Kurte with some work to do. Does well from the under pressure from the number 8 to find the feet of Maldonado. Back to Kurte. Should just keep possession here. Does well. Takes a late knock for his trouble. Referee says play on. Switch there from Page into the thigh of Rockwell. Does well to bring down at the first time of asking. Garces. Another long ball from Page looking for the Swiss left back Maldonado, but just too far as it goes out for a goal kick. Maldonado needs to go get that ball right now, as I'm sure Casabermeja will try to take all the time they can off the clock. Torben Francis does heed the advice of the commentator, goes after it quickly. Final 5 minutes of play here in what has been a fast and furious second half. Non-stop action here as all the players now are starting to show signs of a bit of fatigue. You can see in the one shot, one of the players stretching against the wall. So, of course, this is where the fitness levels of the FC under-23 side will come into play. Of course, we do train every day for multiple hours a day. Some of these teams may only train once or twice a week, so our fitness level should be higher. But Casabermeja break in behind here. Nico Souza doing well to Marshall and then clears. Casabermeja player down here in the box. Medina over him, just making sure he's okay. But this is where you start to question sometimes some of the tactics here of a few of these teams. Dr. Dexter likes the Fast and Furious comment. So I'm pretty sure at this rate, this is Fast and Furious 11 if we're following the movie script. But let's have a look while there's a break in play. Let's have a look at those Medina saves, if we can cue those up. So the referee actually seems intent to let the player stay down and have play carry on. As he slowly gets to his feet, the throw-in is cleared by Kurte and then further by Abu-Mitri. Francis backtracking, does well under pressure, but that ultimately loses out. Number 9 here with time and space ahead of him. Tries to take on Page 1 versus 1, but the retreating Kurte does well to get a foot in. Rockwell turns upfield, has Templeton down the line, but taken down behind the play. Free kick for FCMC. Francis quickly gets the ball back to Kurte. Should go quickly through Page here. Instead chooses to use Rockwell. Francis calling for it in the middle. Ball goes to Kurte instead. Does well to turn away from the number 14. Abu-Mitri now with time and space. Has Maldonado to his left. Drives forward instead. Cuts inside. Looks to get a shot away, but just runs into too many bodies. Clearance from Casabermeja. With all men behind the ball now. Showing really no interest in going forwards anymore. Nice little turn from the number 19. What a switch ball that was. Maldonado with defensive work to do now. Does well, legally so, despite the protests of Casabermeja. Brought down by Maldonado. Into the feet of Abu-Mitri. Can he get the right-footed flick off to McKenzie? McKenzie does well. And wins a throw-in for FCMC. A Casabermeja player down behind the ball. Referee blows the whistle to stop play. Seems to be taking exception to a few of the words spoken to him by one of the Casabermeja players. But while we do have a stoppage in play, can we get those saves queued up? I believe no, we don't have time for that, as the Casabermeja player back to his feet, and we are back underway. So we will get those saves to as soon as we can. But until then, we will continue hoping for an FCMC equalizer. Abu-Mitri now on the left side. Can he get a ball across? Referee whistles for a free kick, it looks like. Abu-Mitri fouled. Fakes going quickly, but a free kick here for FCMC. With Abu-Mitri being pulled back, it looks like, as he tried to break into the box. So a late game free kick. Kurte over, and everyone, bar 2 players, are in the box for FCMC. The right footer Kurte over the ball. This ball almost just needs to be chipped in. Can't have too much pace on it, or else it'll go out the back. There is that ball from Kurte, looking for Page at the back post. Templeton arrives. Oh, but his strike goes over the bar. May have served a bit better just to try to lay it back across for an arriving header. But the ball from Kurte a bit too far for any real impact. And the strike from Templeton goes over. There's another look at it right there. Dr. Dexter loves the Fast and Furious 11 comment as well, as we're into the final 2 minutes of normal time here in Casabermeja. A breathless second half so far that has only resulted in 1 goal so far. But nevertheless, action-packed. As hopefully FCMC have one. This match has one last twist, which would be an FCMC equalizer and maybe even a winner. Referee ultimately whistles for a Casabermeja free kick, who I'm sure will just begin to take as long as they possibly can. So Casabermeja over the ball now. Looks to go long into the box. Of course, Casabermeja wanting to go longer now. Just try to take all the sting out of the game and spend as much time in the FCMC half as possible. Defended away by Nico Souza. Backtracking Rodane McKenzie and Elliot Maldonado. Ball ultimately out for a throw-in for the home side. Frank Kurte says, heard the Red Bulls and NYCFC are looking for a new announcer. Maybe you should give them a call if you're getting really good at this. Well, I like to think I'm improving in this. I'm not sure I'm at the MLS level yet. Sure, Steve Cangelosi, the announcer of the Red Bulls, might have some advice for me that I would love to give, but I don't think I can hold a candle to the combination of Cangelosi and Messing on the Red Bull broadcast on MSG. Well, Frank, thank you for the kind words. Always great to hear from you. Here's to hoping that we find that last-minute equalizer that we so deserve. Ball into the hands of Medina. Goes quickly towards Rockwell. Great first touch out of his feet. Looks to go long for Francis. Defended away well. Pressure from Rockwell. Ball finds its way to the number 8 on the wing. Defended by Kurte and Rockwell. The number 8 cuts inside. Plays the ball to the wrong side of Page. Good play from the striker. Garces has to be careful here. The number 9 takes the cut to the left. Shoots. Fires it over the goal. Surely getting close to last chance saloon now for this FCMC under 23 side. We are into added time here, and inexplicably, the referee has signaled for a corner. Not sure where the call for corner has come from. Must have said that either Page or Medina got a touch on that last strike, but the referee has given a corner. Of course, Casabermeja will look to go short and keep the ball there just to take as much time off as possible, but we're into what we are guessing is 3 minutes of added time. Of course, our time right now for added is unofficial. This is all up to the referee's discretion. Casabermeja go short, and for some reason, FCMC don't have 2 players over there. Just an absolute lapse of concentration there, as of course in the final minutes of the match you have 2 players in the corner to prevent them from going short, but another 30 to 40 seconds have been wasted now just on the inattentiveness of this FCMC under-23 side. Now a throw in for Casabermeja. This one may look to go into the box as the number 3 is over to take again. So it does go into the box. The number 9 unmarked, Page late arriving, but ball into the hands of Medina. Medina looks to go to Rockwell, who's being held back by the number 6. Instead, Medina goes short to Curte. Curte to the feet of Souza. Maldonado high up the pitch. Abu Mitri in the center of the park. Souza chooses to go long to Francis. Francis could be in behind here. Can he get his head to it? The keeper well off his line does brilliantly to clear with his head. Wow, huge final chance there for FCMC with the keeper isolated well away from his own net. Does fantastically just to take it away from the arriving FCMC strikers. Good defensive work from Rockwell, wins the side of throw-in. FCMC have to go quick here into the final 2 minutes of play. Ball into the feet of Page. Souza now with time and space should drive forward here. Maldonado on the left-hand side if he chooses to use him. Souza cuts back. Page goes long now. Can't beat the first defender as FCMC find themselves under pressure. The number 8 alone in the corner. Let's see what he can do against Garces. Keeps the ball in play, rounds Garces, drags him back, and a free kick for FCMC, and that may just about do it here. So I'm sure this will take quite a while to sort out. Referee goes over and books number 15, Mateo Garces. Seemed to have been gotten the better of in the corner there. The striker managed to turn the FCMC substitute center half, as ultimately with no other play left to do, just decides to take the striker down, earns himself a yellow card. Free kick for Casabermeja. In the corner, deep into stoppage time here. Hopefully one more chance coming for FCMC, but I can't imagine there's too much time left. Ball swung into the box. Medina off his line, punches clear, only as far as the number 11. Number 14 down in the box. 11 decides to head towards the outside. Under pressure for Maldonado, just trying to shield the ball and take as much time off the clock as possible. Maldonado does well, but not well enough to win the throw, and for some reason, he kicks the ball away, even though we're down a goal with only a few seconds to go. Casabermeja slowly retrieved. Referee gesticulating wildly at the player down to get back to his feet. Referee clearly not believing the extent of the injury. To be fair to this referee, he's let quite a bit go today, although he's been strict on something, so possibly inconsistent, but he's been good. His communication's been clear. We've been able to tell what he's been calling, which is more than you get from a lot of referees here. The Casabermeja number 14 player stays down as the referee is telling him now to get up even more. Seems to be adding more time for this. Referee, I've never seen quite a referee act like this before. Clearly not believing the alleged act that the number 14 is putting on. So signals for us to get back underway. The number 14 has been sent off the pitch, actually, not red carded, but told to leave the field to get play back underway. Throw in taken into the corner. Maldonado and McKenzie defending. One back well by Rodain. Goal kick for FCMC. Medina quickly over. Should get us going back underway with Page. No, Medina will look to go long. Chooses not to go short instead. Has loads of space short, but decides to go long. Not sure why. Abu Mitri's flicked header. Looking for Maldonado. Too short for him. Casabermeja collects on the right-hand side. Ball out for an FCMC throw-in in what surely must be the last few seconds of the game now into the 95th minute. Just a lack of urgency here for the FCMC side. Maldonado seems to be walking over to it. taken down the line. Rodane McKenzie doing well to shield the challenge. And with that, the referee points to the center, blows the whistle 3 times, and signals the end of the match. So the final fight back for this FCMC under-23 side comes up just short and results in a 2-1 loss. But credit has to be given to goalkeeper Alex Medina, who unfortunately on the wrong side of this match today has produced one of the most outstanding double saves you're likely to see this season. Let's have another look at that save before we send you on your way tonight. So there's that ball into the middle, a miscue by Garces. Number 8 cuts inside. Medina makes himself huge with the spread. And then on the second attempt, absolutely sacrificing his body, throws himself in front of it and manages to keep it at a 1-goal game. But unfortunately, 2-1 is the way the match will end today here in Casabermeja. So a disappointing loss for this FCMC under-23 side against what is a quality Casabermeja side. So we will be looking to bounce back next week. Please keep your eyes peeled to our social media for all streaming information, and we'd love to see you again very soon. Thank you all for following along with us. Thank you for tuning in. And until the next time, good night.